Hi everyone, it's Lori and happy February. I have just it's been so cold and haven't been able to get outside. And I just thought today I'm going to go find a rose from last summer and we're going to edit it for in honor of Valentine's Day. So whether you celebrate or like it, I thought it would be fun to edit this image and add a little sparkle to it. So we're going to use some brushes, we're going to use some other editing tools. So let's jump in and get started. All right, so I would encourage you to go through your images from last spring, summer, find an image that maybe you just never edited, like this rose, and go ahead and play along with me. These are some, I think, pretty easy techniques. We are going to use a brush tool, but I think anybody, even a beginner, can make it work. All right, so first thing I want to do is some basic edits. And I was playing around with a layer, so let me go ahead and delete that. And we're just going to start by duplicating our background layers so we have it. Now I'm starting with this image in Photoshop. You of course could start in Lightroom and do some edits, but I just had already brought it in here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crop this. And I think for my image, I want it to be kind of right there in the center. And I am going to straighten it just a little bit. So I'm going to make mine kind of a square and go from there. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is I do want to do a little bit of cleanup on my flower, and I'm just going to use the old-fashioned spot healing tool because I think it will do it. Lickety split. Sometimes it's great to just use those tools that have always worked. The generative AI remove is great when you have something kind of complicated, but I want to do things quick and easy, so that's what I'm going to do today. Just doing a little cleanup where needed. There's not a lot on this image. So this image today is all about having fun. I just want to have a little fun today, and that's what we're going to do. Now there's a little pink down here, and I'm going to try to clean that up. I think it's going to want to just keep adding that leaf. Okay, so let's go ahead and use the remove tool. I'm going to come in with the leaf and then that at the bottom. I could have also done the clone, but let's try the remove and see if we can get rid of that. So I'd love to know which image you decide to edit after you watch this video. So let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what you're doing to get over any winter dreariness and have some fun editing something maybe for the Valentine's season. All right, I think that's going to do it because I'm going to add some things to this background, so I think we're going to be okay. All right, next thing I want to do is there's some color differences, all this green. I don't really want any of that. So let's go ahead and duplicate this layer. And now I'm going to do select subject. That's going to select my rose. I don't need it to be perfect. I'm going to go ahead and invert that. Now we have marching ants all the way around. I am going to grab my brush tool. First I need to select the color, and I'm going to select the lightest pink. And then I'm going to grab the brush tool. I'm going to make it really large, and I am just going to add some pink where that green is and over here where the blue is. Now I have this at 100%, but I'm going to reduce the opacity. I just wanted to be able to show you and just kind of see where I'm placing it. So I'm just going to add. So using the clone tool, picking a color in your image is a great way to adjust your background on your own. And you can come around your flower because it's selected, and you won't get the color on there. So I think that's a great way. And actually, the more I do this, I kind of like it. That spot's a little bright. We may have to fix that one. Yeah, those spots are a little bright. So let's grab our color dropper, color picker. Let's pick a darker pink. Grab our brush. I'm just going to pop that in on those green spots. I just think this is an easy way to kind of fix things. and it gives you kind of that custom backdrop. I'll go around that leaf a little bit. And there's some more green right there. All right, so depending if you need to do something like this, this is just a really good tool if you wanted to play with it. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and do Command D, and now we could reduce the opacity. You could also change the blend mode. So if you wanna bring that down a little bit, you could. Now, I do want this darker edge, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back over that, and yeah, just kind of reduce the opacity, but also kind of pop that darker color in. All right, now for our flower, I think we have a couple options. Let me go ahead and duplicate this background. And I do think I want to add a little softness to it. There's several ways to do that. I think for today, I am just going to try an oil paint. That's going to oil paint the entire image. And I want to keep everything over to the far right, this over to the far left. Click OK. Oh, that's making it really soft and pretty. I'm going to minimize that just a little bit more. Yeah, really nice. So we've got before, we've got after. It is all soft and dreamy. Now that's what I was looking for today. A beautiful, soft and dreamy flower that almost looks like icing or ice cream. So now I'm going to duplicate that layer so we have a clean one. And now we're going to add our magic sauce, and that is going to be using a brush. So if you're not familiar with the brush tools, I will include a link in the description of the video, but you can also search Adobe free brushes. They are Kyle brushes, and you can download those. They are by different seasons of the year. So this is under summer 2022, and it's called Diffuse Smudge. And I really like this one. I think it is super fun to use. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip back, and I think we're going to do it with the white. Let's see. I think we're going to try white and see. We may go with pink. Now with this diffuse smudge, I am going to start. Oh, that's not the one that I wanted. Smudge Char. That's the one I'm wanting. I knew it was there. I just couldn't remember where it is. It is spring 2022, not summer. Spring 2022, and it's Smudge Char. I guess it's kind of like a charcoal. So what we're going to do, and I am at strength 50%. My layer is going to be at, let's go ahead and take it up to 100% to start with. And I am going to come around and add these smudge, which look like sparkles. So we are just going to smudge this pink. You can see as we come around, it's matching the colors. And I am just going to smudge this background. I'm doing the edges of the flower. I want it to kind of come out and spill down. Do that inside. You just have to play with it. Remember, don't be afraid of the brushes, because you can mask, you can erase, you can change blend modes, all of that. So I am just going to continue, to go over this top. Let's zoom in. Yeah, I'm just going to do the background now. Let's make the smudge a little bit bigger. Go over this background. Oh, I just love this. It almost looks like, snowflakes on a window or frosted ice. I'm just going to kind of come around with it. You can do as much or as little as you want. Now, there are other brushes that you could try if this one doesn't work for your image, but I thought it could be a fun kind of tribute to, it's still winter, but we want something just sparkly and fun. Now, you can do it on your actual rose or your flower, or you could leave that off. It's just kind of that personal preference. Now I'm going to go ahead and come around. All right, let's zoom out. And let me turn up my brightness a little bit. I'm going to go all the way down with it. You could do just the edges if you wanted. It's just kind of up to you. All right, I'm loving it. Now let's play with the opacity. Again, you could bring that down so it's really subtle, or you could leave it kind of heavy. You could also change the blend mode. So theirs was soft light. That's kind of fun. Hard light. You can do lighten. Oh, that's beautiful. I kind of think I like that. And let's take the opacity up. Yeah, that's really pretty. There's normal. I do like normal too, and I think I'll just take the opacity down a little bit. Now, at this point, what I would do is I'm going to add that layer mask. I am going to flip it, use the X key to flip it to black, and I'm going to grab a regular brush. I'm going to take the opacity of the brush, about somewhere under 50%. And I am going to clean it up around these petals just a little bit. I think, I just want it to kind of be on this outside area. I think that's what I'm envisioning, but I think I'm going to go ahead and go back to my smudge brush, and I'm going to take the opacity way down, and then let's come in, let's increase the size, and I think just really softly, let's increase the strength maybe to about 30, 40. Let's get back on let's flip it. Yeah, at that opacity, at that strength, I'm not really seeing it. So let's take it down. And I'm seeing just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. You can see it there. You just can't see it in that center part of the flower. Okay, and I really like it heavy right out here at the edges. So let's go ahead and take that all the way up. And I'm just going to add even more coming down. Yeah, I like that kind of spilling out. Oh yeah, that's kind of fun. All right, let's kind of sprinkle that heavy around. And then again, you can play with the opacity. You just have to decide if you like it heavy, if you like it softer. I'm going to add another layer mask, grab my brush, and oh, we don't want that. Let's go on the layer mask. Yeah, I'm just going to soften that just a little bit. Let me flip it back to black, bring some of it back where I kind of want it fading down. You just have to keep playing with it. So smudge brushes are so fun. I do think it's a little heavy on that side. Probably what I need to do is add a vignette, and that is going to really fix. So I'm going to go ahead and do a curves adjustment. I'm going to darken everything, and then I am going to invert it, Command or Control I, and on white with my regular brush at 100%, and let's make that brush large. I am going to just bring in all of that. Just kind of make your own vignette really quick while you're in Photoshop. And then if you don't like it too much, you can always just reduce it a little bit. I'm going to flip it and bring back some of that at the top. All right. So I think that's going to do it. Now, these leaves are bothering me just a little bit. I probably would maybe even just darken them. We could also do a linear gradient and darken the bottom. So that's an option. We could always take it into Camera Raw. And from there, it's going to be just like Lightroom, and you could play with it some more. Oh, if it ever does that to you, we were on the layer mask. So let's do a stamped layer, Command Option Shift and the letter E. Now we can go to Filter, Camera Raw. I do that all the time. And here's where we can make some additional edits. So I'm going to go to Saturation, and I want to really darken those greens. And then I think I'm going to go to Masking. I'm going to do a linear gradient from this bottom, and I want to just darken it. Yeah. Then I'm going to go back to the main editing, and under effects, I'm going to add a little bit more vignette. I love the Lightroom vignette. It's so soft. And let's see, under detail, I'm going to do some color and some noise reduction. So we're going to get those. And then you could go to effects, and if you wanted to add some haziness, even on top of the vignette, that can be really fun. Just a little bit. And you could also reduce clarity for some more smoothness. So I'm loving it. I think it's just something fun and whimsical. You know, you could play with colors. You could pick like a silver. You could do more white, more pink. You really could just play with this and that smudge tool. But I thought it was something fun today. Get ready for Valentine's, and I wanted to share this smudge char brush with you. So I hope you have fun playing with it. Let me know how your images turn out, and I hope you are getting ready for spring like I am. See you later, everybody. Bye.